Hi guys, welcome to Kanian Home and Coaching. Today I'm going to share more in depth with you something I talked about 2 days ago, and that is seeing energy as currency. And so I did an IG story. I think it was this past Saturday. I had just finished my yoga class, and what had happened is there was a lady in the class, and she was talking about, needing yoga because she was stressed about the coronavirus and the news, and then thinking about the economic impact that that was going to have. And so, something I shared in class was that actually stress and worry um, is probably doing more harm to her than than the coronavirus that she doesn't know if she was going to get is doing. And so let me explain that a little bit. So there's everybody has stress. Even though we different things might be stresses for us, and the way we react to stress might be different. Everybody has some form of stress, and some form of stress can actually be productive because it's part of our biological fight or flight response, and it causes us to act. When stress is not good for us is when there's an excess of stress. And so, if we are ruminating about things, if we are overly stressed about something, if we are feeling overly anxious or overly worried about something, that is actually not good for us. Because what it does is it starts weighing on us, not just mentally, but also physically. And so, to talk about that more in depth, I explain that stress is current, or not stress, energy is currency. And so we all have a certain amount of energy. Um, that's just how our body is built. That's how our body operates, is that it creates energy. Um, it helps our thoughts get to different parts of our brain. It helps blood get to different parts of our body. And we all have a certain amount built in. Now, excessive energy, right? That means that chemically something is going on in the brain. But usually we all have a certain amount of energy. And as we go throughout our day, we expend that energy on different things. So there's something that people talk about call they call it like decision paralysis. So if we can um, limit or scale back the decisions that we make on a daily basis, it's easier to use that energy or that brain power towards something else. And so that's similar with energy and stress. And so we're given a certain amount of energy during the day, and over the course of the day, we expend it. So whether you have a regular like 9 to 5 job, um, or just any job for that matter, it doesn't matter the time period. You're expending energy over there. When you go and do extra curricular activities after work, you're expending energy there. And so, what happens to us is we expend a lot of energy throughout the day, but there's also things that give us energy. And things that give us energy is so important to us because just like a gas tank and just like um, a savings account, when you have money, if you're spending money and you're not earning money, you're going to go into debt. Just like with energy. If you're expending more energy than you're making, you have a debt of energy. And this is where stress really plays a part. So if you're expending so much energy, but you're not earning or refueling yourself or re energizing yourself, then you're at a debt of energy. And just like a gasoline tank, um, when you are running low or running on empty, so to speak, you would not tell your gasoline tank, come on, you could do it, keep going. But that's what we do to ourselves, right? When we're low energy, when we're stressed, when we're um, overwhelmed, exhausted, we continue to push ourselves. And an energy debt, it doesn't, it hurts us in the long run and it hurts us over time because it starts tearing at the reserves that we have. So we don't have the energy to fight illness like we used to. We don't have the energy to tolerate different situations like we used to because we're already at a deficit or we're already at um, a debt of energy. And so some of the things I also wanted to talk about today is you really have to, when you notice that you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed or exhausted or just drained, that is one of the most important pieces of information that you can have, because what your body, what your heart, what your soul, what your spirit is saying to you is that you need to take the time to refuel yourself. So again, just like you wouldn't push your car or your empty gas tank to come on, you could do it, keep going. It's not, it doesn't do any amount of good for you when you're pushing yourself when you're already at that low point. So what you need to do is you need to stop and you need to start getting into the things that refuel you, rebuild you, replenish you, re-energize you. And so one of those things that I do personally, because even though this is the work that I do with my clients, I, as a coach, have to, it is imperative for me to make sure that my own mental well being is good. And so I have to replenish my energy just like anybody else because helping other people really expends a lot of my energy. And so some of the things that I use is I do my daily walk. And that just helps give me a chance to really activate my body, activate my mind. You know, it gives me a chance to just create some space to connect with source, connect with nature. And so that helps to fuel me. Something else that I do that gives me energy, that energizes me, is mindfulness. I have been a daily practicer of mindfulness since January 2018. I had always known the benefits of mindfulness. I had heard about it, you know, here and there. But when I worked in a behavioral health hospital as a clinical therapist, I was constantly telling the patients, telling the clients, use mindfulness, use mindfulness, use mindfulness. And I was constantly touting the benefits of mindfulness, but I was not doing it myself. I was doing it here and there when I was doing an exercise with them. And so I wanted to be somebody that didn't just talk about the benefits of mindfulness. I wanted to be somebody that actually utilized or benefit benefited from the benefits of mindfulness. Can you say that? Well, I just said it. So I wanted to be somebody that wasn't just talking about the benefits. I wanted to be about mindfulness. And so I made the commitment January 2018, and ever since then I've been practicing mindfulness every single day. And it has helped tremendously, not just with refueling my tank, but with healing my heart, with self-love, because what it does is mindfulness is non-judgmental noticing. And so a lot of people think that mindfulness or meditation is about getting rid of any thoughts. And some other people might see it that way, but for me, it's actually just a space where I just give myself um, breathing space to just notice my thoughts. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Why am I thinking that way? Why am I feeling that way? What happened? What triggered certain situations? And if I do have thoughts and I notice that, you know, I'm in this space where it's supposed to, you know, create some quietness for myself, when I notice that my thoughts are going, are still continuing, it's not that I push them away, it's that I just notice them. I say, oh, I noticed that I'm still thinking about that incident yesterday. Let me do investigation. Let me see what's going on. And so that's another way that I refuel my energy or refuel my tank or, replenish my energy. Another thing that I do is I love to have conversations with people. So people that I feel that inspire me, that lift me up, that energize me. Um, and you know those people. There's some people when you're around them, you feel like you need to go take a nap because it just drains your energy. And there's some people that when you're around them, you feel so energized, you're excited, you want to do this, you want to go here, you want to talk about this. So you know when your energy is being depleted, and you know when your energy is being refueled. Other things that I do is I love to listen to podcasts. I love to listen to inspiring stories. I love to read self help books. I love to watch YouTube videos that do meditation or do inspiring stories or lessons. So there's different things and I have an arsenal of things because I need a lot of energy. I need a lot of soul nourishment. So there's a lot of things that I do to refuel my energy, to refuel my gas tank, my bank account, so to speak. And this is just to encourage you to just notice some of those things that give you that energy, give back to you the same way that you give to others. So, I hope you enjoyed this IGTV. I enjoyed being here. This is actually like the third video that I tried to film just because I want to make sure I get all the right points out. But I'm going to be trying to do this every single month, and I just appreciate you joining me. But thank you so much, and I'll see you on Instagram. Bye bye.